Oddschecker 1964 here, another time at a racecourse, another time at Newbury. So 15th or 16th time since 2015, was it put it up here? Early in the morning, getting ready for train at half 6 in the morning. Didn't have a huge amount of sleep last night, frankly. Not the first time going to a racecourse, certainly in what I would class as an early time. Get in about, I think, 9:37, and hang around. I need an energy drink actually. I put coffee to energy drinks, but I don't like hot coffee in the train, so I'll pick an energy drink up. But hopefully Central News will be open across the station, across the station Newcastle where I live. Else I might look at Greg's or one of the supermarkets in the station should be open. I do what I've done before, and actually might link to it. You may as well do. I did on the Serpentine. At a Newbury meeting, I think 2022 maybe, not quite sure. It's because I've got to get my tube and kids across to Paddington. I got a few. The meeting was starting about 2:20, and it's and a races band added in at about 1:50. Still quite late. I think the train just down was quite cheap. So I've got a couple of hours in London to kill before I get to Newbury. I'm just getting there daftly early at a racecourse. And if you don't know, there's a race station at Newbury Racecourse. Hopefully, a better situation was one of the last or penultimate time I went to Newbury Racecourse when there was a charter train came in. And actually, because that train itself held up the Great Western train, which I was on, I mean, a number of people, including myself, and it could have been a couple hundred, missed the first race, which really wasn't very professional. Whose fault that was, I don't know, because really the timing was pretty poor of that all been organised. Yeah, I'm taking the other way here. It's quite I don't know my first train going north actually to the airport or the coast is. It might be this one actually. Sitting on Saturday. It's Friday. Oh, days. I get a 52 and I'm getting older. I can't remember what day it is. But yeah, so I've got 2 hours to kill. There's not much of what I feel to really to do in Paddington area. I think there's a hospital museum, what my name of totally. And I tried to look into it and forgot. So no, I might actually consider that actually. I'll look into it actually. I'm trying to figure it is. There's also along the way I've mentioned this before, near Baker Street, the Sherlock Holmes Museum. Massive Holmes fan, but if I've looked into this over the years with this museum, over here 3 times I think now, and it's just all the time the reviews aren't great. It's a rather expensive. I don't think it's expensive, but that's maybe museums that are. But you don't get long, and it's not a lot there. And I think it's more maybe Victorian museum or stuff maybe Edwardian, given the sort of Holmes period, rather than about maybe Sherlock Holmes and of course Dr. Watson. So here for the Rose Bowl listed race, it's me getting old as ever. I was going to say something else, I forgot. Yeah, it's just a pub that anyone knows in my video. For misfortune, maybe see videos before. No, I'm also a great fan of real ale. I'll probably try and get to a Bear pub in Paddington. It's the obvious answer about a decent enough pub near Paddington Station after racing. But there's a couple of pubs in the station I might do instead. I mean, I think there were ones upstairs. I think it's probably less good of the 2, but I've always ended up on a seat there when I need to see it. So I'm not drinking a lot in the Paddington Station. It's a decent enough pint enough Fuller's pub. I want to go to Fuller's pub. I'm just drinking Parsley Yard at King's Cross Station. I had a bit of falling out with them. I think I may have said was it good one? I don't know which it was about 3 videos ago. But I had an issue with them. Breakfast I had, it was expensive. What it was, 1 sausage. It was impressive. The coffee wasn't great. And then I found out that I had sacked in about £1.35 service charge. It's not a lot, but it was bought in the store about a camel's back of kind of matter of being charged. So they said, I'm like concerned. I said, what's going on here about service charge? I didn't know it was going to be one. And the woman was all condescending. Oh, it's obvious there's going to be a service charge. I said, well, no, it's not. Well, it lost me as a customer then. And I said, what? And I'm not going to go back there. Simply, I don't like being ripped off. Because I'm not willing to pay. But if you're not willing to go off a decent, say, food stroke non-alcoholic drink, and too often they used to better range up or pints, frankly, than they do now. So the reason they're going there has actually gone down. The ideal pub is a Cow and Cask. If you're going to Newbury, please go to a Cow and Cask. I've only been there twice, or maybe once, didn't it once, I think probably twice in about 15, 16 times I've gone to into Newbury. It never seems to work out, the timings here. This time is a bit unlucky. If I'd actually not bought the London part of my ticket, London train, London to Newbury Racecourse, until basically today, what I've done is I walked after racing from Newbury Racecourse to Newbury. It's about a 20-minute walk. I got a trip from Newbury to Paddington. Unfortunately, I take to Newbury Racecourse, and there's a lack of trains from Newbury to Newbury Racecourse. There's a train from Newbury Racecourse to Paddington, and there's a train from Newbury to Paddington, but the ones which work, so I say, the sensible one for Newbury Racecourse to Paddington, you have to obviously not go to Newbury, and the sensible train from Newbury to Paddington doesn't stop the racecourse, and I can't even just get a 280. I think it's single from Newbury to Newbury Racecourse. And that's coming to we're going to South Hilton. This one is obviously a Central Station, so I have to stop in a second. But it just never seems to work out for me. It's rather annoying. It's a really nice pub, but it's just I just can't. I did think about it when just afterwards. I may not have quite as much time as I thought I had. Still time for a pint, but it's a bit excessive just to wander around over there and back for a pint. And I hoped I had 2 pints. I may have got that wrong. Now at Central Station, the train's actually in the platform during the side of the station. So I could get on, but after only 20 minutes off, so a little while, so I might have to do this here. But I'll get on the train wherever I want, really. So yes, what I didn't, when I was going through Oddschecker website checking the odds, ironically, well I actually talk about Oddschecker in a minute, and actually the Oddschecker part is well relevant. I noticed an extra race, and I don't mean that the race split to 2 had happened in Newbury. I expect this might be the case. Only 6 race card originally, and the maiden fillies race split to 2, and it starts half an hour. Saying I already said the week now starts half an hour earlier with the race afterwards, and I guess this had to be an Arabian race. And when I checked Racecourse website, as I suspected as well, the race has been split off on the Racecourse website. I don't quite understand why they do this, but I've done this before. And oh, bloody hell, I said the user isn't open. I'm seeing I can see it across the platform. That's a little annoying. It doesn't always open, and that's rather alter my beverage and food and food plans. I can always do Greg's, I suppose, but I don't mind Greg's too much. I'm still a health food ever, and I managed to get back to the gym the first time in like 16 months recently. Rather time doing it because it's I think some weight training. It's been rather a long while since I've done it. I've been about 3 times just over the last week. I'll try to eat better, although these sort of days are when I don't mind so much not eating quite so healthily. But yeah, sorry, they split off on the website and put it separately. I don't quite know why. Yeah, I'm supposed to say, well, I'm supposed to. It was on the programme a few years back at Newbury, and I was supposed to see the race, but well, it was at least on it was on the programme. The problem was I had to need to get a train out of Newbury Racecourse Station to make a train at King's Cross, and no choice had to be on this train. And it was quite tight after the Arabian race to when I got to this race meeting, and I just had a few minutes. And if the race had started anywhere near on time, I would have been alright. But it was like the horse was sort of almost being ponied to the start one of the jockeys without the pony being there. But it was just so slow. It meant the race started 5 minutes late, and I had to go because it was a really tight margin that I had, and I was a very good chance if I took away that race and missed the train. I had to be on that train. I mean, there was just no choice. So I only hope of getting my train out of King's Cross to Newcastle. So at least I watch it here. I've seen the Arabian race a couple of times. I've once or twice seen at Doncaster. There was some controversy after the race. It was one of the French jockeys on board a horse there. I think it'd be Pellier. I'll put it up here so you can work out who it was. And the jockey came to the race and just didn't, and the horse just didn't happen. The horse. There's either whether the horse did jockey. He was Pellier. I say Pellier. If I put up here, we'll to find who it was. A French jockey, anyway. I think it's Pellier. Said that the Arabian horses can be temperamental and maybe not so much under pressure. That's what appears to happen here. At least his story is reasonable. but one or two people were having words of calling him a disgrace after a race, so they came into parade ring, and basically Rob had money on him, and basically saying, well, he's had a backhander in effect. He's incompetent, or maybe just saying he's incompetent, either he's a cheat or incompetent. I assume he's telling the truth about this, especially I saw Newbury and I think Newbury races later on, mate, I think, when I saw that. But maybe they're temperamental, I don't know. I've seen a couple of races actually, in terms of actually a race card. I can't remember where the other one was, maybe Ascot, I'm not sure where it was. That's the sort of thing can happen. I was talking about Oddschecker. During the election, I was looking at the constituency betting. I used to do quite a bit of political betting. I'm interested in politics a lot, but I did that a lot less. I had a tenner on about a month before the election, with choice of most seats and most votes. Frankly, just because things happen, I've been involved in politics in the past, and things happen in election campaigns. Theresa May's 2017 general election campaign, she is one of the worst election campaigns in history, and they helped Corbyn, and I think the sort of left of Labour thought, 2017 campaign, they let Corbyn better than he expected to do, according to the polls at the start of the election, and it was because he was always really popular, and it wasn't so much that, it was more good mate. Theresa May won a terrible campaign. He was going to do care homes again in Park looking sister her base, and it was just showing herself to be useless. And that helped Corbyn, frankly, is more than his campaign being popular. He divided his opinion a lot, but it was a lot of people didn't like him. But it was Theresa May won an awful campaign. Anyway, so yeah, I had to respect the choice, because I thought Labour could blow the campaign. I mean, 92 election, I was a member of that campaign, Labour expected to win and didn't. Were blowing about as a small lead in here, and I just thought, well, what could happen, and it was quite high price for Tories, it was not like indwelling well into double figures. But when suddenly I got a message saying I've seen too many markets on Oddschecker, and I thought, what's this come from? And I was since looking on Twitter, and I called it Twitter, not X, a stupid name I think from Elon Musk, and I also think it's becoming increasingly incompetent. Was it 44 billion he paid for Twitter? I'm just thinking, well, I know he's good at certain things. I mean, I think he's good at cars and space. I just don't think he can do Twitter, or at least run the organisation. And I was looking a few months earlier, it apparently started happening to people. And I think one of these things where it comes at different times to different people, maybe. I was just lost what the point of it was. And it happens, I was also in a race meeting, I was checking Ascot, maybe one Ascot it might have been. I'm not sure which meeting it actually was. And happened, and then you check that many cards, I think it was about 8 races, and it came in then. And it's not, and I'm just thinking, I was thinking recently, a company's name, organisation's name may change, what they cover may change. However, I think it was Radio Times, which is a magazine, their website. I don't know, the magazine still runs, I don't know, I've not seen it recently. Same with the Rival TV Times. I've not seen those for a number of years. I've used redundancy listings up online. And I don't, Radio Times website things, but don't use because it's really incompetent. They can't do a grid system. So, and as in I like to see the things going down and not across so the listings. But they talk TV as well, and no one's going to say, well, Radio Times, why are you covering TV as well? It's your name says radio. And of course, the Rival TV Times magazine, I think, I think may solely cover TV actually, and not radio. I'm not sure. I think it used to just be with TV. But of course, when Radio Times started, that's what they were. They're radio. There's hardly any TV at all to make. Talking 90 odd years ago, maybe when Radio Times started, 20s or maybe up to 30s. There wasn't much point in covering the TV, and no, hardly anyone had a TV. But that's that changed. Oddschecker though, and what they want to charge that $9.99 for, and wish people charge £10, I really do. So $9.99. It's as I was thinking myself when we met Owen, I was going to say here, who do you think you're kidding, Mr. Hitler? I mean, it's £10. Just companies just we should charge 10, not $9.99. I don't know who are they kidding. I used to you get tips, you get historical odds, you get some other stuff as well. But that's not what you're there for. You're Oddschecker. If people want to check the odds and betting, I like to a few obviously multiple bets. Well, we'll never win. If they do win, please, I'll buy a Caribbean island or something, but they never do. Oh no, not one, all 7, or maybe all 8 races. But it's a bet I don't put a lot of money on. I don't take too seriously, really. But that's what you're there for. That's what your Ways and Detra family is Oddschecker. And I don't understand why you think anyone's going to pay you basically 10 quid for other stuff. And actually, if your main base is people checking odds, I've said for a number of years on Twitter, I wish people, I was people 12 before this, I wish it was a decent competitive one, because they are pretty useless actually. I've said in these Twitter posts that if I take a horse out of my bet slip and I add a horse in, half the time it comes back again, or maybe I've had 2 horses in a race and I did a multiple bet, put 1 horse in, and then the multiple bet took a horse out and put another horse in because they've got 2 horses the same way, so I fancy I'm looking at it. And then it puts both horses back in again, and it's completely useless. I'm a useless organisation. I'm paying with, well, I might pay them 10p, I was going to say I wouldn't, but to be honest with you, 10p a month I pay them. But not £10, because the Oddschecker part of it is not very good at. But there's not really another, I think, website which combines the odds for it as well as they do when they actually vaguely work. The whole thing's absolutely crazy. I don't know who on earth I think they are. And they're very good at the old banter on social media, but not very good at finding a service or people paying. I mean, they're already getting money from bookmakers. Our commission, so what on earth are they playing at? I mean, can we not make money out of that? We should be able to. And maybe that's still because why they're not making money out of that in the first place. I've decamped to be inside here. I'll show you where I am. So a little up. Just a little way up from the winning post. I've been here quite often, in this part of the racecourse quite often. Had lack of sleep, too much weight, and a winner. Hey, semi-corner. Not high odds, I didn't have a single bet on him. It's a bit short price for me. If I did that, I'd just lose money, generally even more money. There's a lot of money betting really, but until you've got a loss. I'll start doing level 6 course on every horse I fancy, I'd actually lose that overall. It's a trip to start. I've had a tour on Newbury Racecourse before. I've had a trip to start at both Good and New York, and it's a 3:35. It's just in 2, I think, of Phillies Maiden, so it's not a waste I'm here for at all. I think I do it. I noticed it's a bit late for the first time doing it, and it's something to do, I think, because first time ever, I think I did camp from the pre-program. Actually, the sun's gone in, it might be useful. So I might go back out at some point. I might go back out from here. But this time, I think I ever in 400 plus race meetings, decamped, I think, for pre-parading or parading for it being too hot, too cold. I've done that. One time at Sandown, certainly I did it, and once at Southall, there was just the wind was terrible there. But I knew cast people edging something to be in a wind trap. But I don't remember ever being too hot. Not last time I was here, last time, but so for a Hackwood Stakes, just I won't think of that meeting. I was horrifically warm. Might be some free water hovering on somewhere, I don't know. I might look for it. I had a couple of drinks during the day away coming down from Newcastle, and one when I came up with over Hyde Park. I did go to Serpentine. I think I mentioned I'm going to Serpentine. It was a little further down Hyde Park when I thought it was, and I didn't really feel like walking down. I take a picture I put up here of where I was the north part of Hyde Park, in fact. But that's an interesting talk taking place, just about to tour around the park. I didn't have time to do it. I wouldn't have time to do it actually. And it was booked. You had to, I think, book and pay some money for it. But it looks interesting actually. And we just started off with Sam, he sort of the start of that, which is which was interesting. They were mentioning about, because they give them a tour volunteer, so they're going to cook around this part of Hyde Park. They're going to be avoiding, basically, trying to get to the shade, really. So it's going to be a bit of an erratic walk, because it's so about 29 degrees, same as it was in that meeting in Newbury, which I about 4 years ago, and it's got since come back out again, by the way. And there's some breeze every so often, but it's really warm outside, certainly.
This afternoon, due to the absence of William Buick.
No, well, I don't know why. I'm not sure why Buick's not winding. But yeah, so anything, I've got anything booked off yet. I had Synecdoche Goodwood, but I've just decided it was Tuesday or Thursday, and the Tuesday I could end up had other plans anyway. Thursday the training costs really came too much to even consider sensibly, so I might do that next year. I've been to a meeting with 5 days separately at some point, so I might redo that at some point. Maybe we'll ask it again. That Barbie fighting 5th, well at the end of the year, in the end of November, early December, and it's a Greek meeting because I've got a listed race not been to, which came in last year. I went to the new grade 2. I was a female novice chasing sponsored by Paddy Power the first year. Went to that meeting last year, so I've got but that's again is obviously the start of December. There's nothing set, there's a few meetings I might go to, but I'm just a bit busy at the minute. I'm not sure how free I'm in August, and so I'm going to have to plan. The possibility of a new government is some. I mean, looking at, so we'll see what the proof is of a pudding, or eating a pudding, or whatever the heck the aphorism is. I can't remember exactly. But whether I do some training costs, because it's got really bad last yes, I remember it was a very early meeting. I mean, it was 4:45 of the morning train, but I remember getting £17 train ticket in Newcastle to London and then back in the evening. Will be every time I went to Timber Creek that year, 2015, the only time I've been to that meeting. I mean, the training costs weren't that bad. And it was still, you could get advance tickets quite cheaply. And you just can't. I can remember times when I went to Cricket World Cup 2019, I went 5 times to Trent Bridge, and I looked basically £20 each way, which is cheap, really, taking Nottingham from Newcastle. And it's a struggle to do that now. And it's basically where that's the issues of the East Coast mainland. It's incredibly expensive now, it didn't used to be. So getting to Newark was quite cheap. I don't know what it's like. It's weird, it's going to warm again here. There's a bit of a breeze in here, but not a minute. It is warm. This is not but it's the smallest valley in the world. It's almost not fun. I had a York meeting. I think first I went to York actually. That's 2015. That's the first time I went, maybe the second time. And after the first race, it was actually almost no deal. It was ridiculous. I could talk to Jim horse racing. And luckily, the second race there was a breeze. The first race, it was really warm. And not quite. I think it was in York was the days of Dante meeting. I went 2 days. I went to a Friday of the Dante meeting, the Ebo meeting. So that is what I did there, and it was one of those meetings. It was just so warm. It was actually genuinely uncomfortable. And it's not something. I might look and see if you get any free water. I can cope. I mean, it's not that. I mean. It's another 7 races, including the breeze coming in now. Still on relief. So got a winner hit. If they got a winner, but I could be going downhill after that. It wasn't high price, as I said. So we got the 7 races coming up. There's a few, but I must have some plans. So I might go back to Ledger at some point. I haven't been once. I'll think about that. But some of it tend to be a little pricey, more than maybe should be. I might just going to choose try and look for a cheap ticket rather than those who won't be playing the ticket I've got in the past.
Down 10 paces here.
Keep on the grass, please, everybody. Don't go on the road at all.
We have Charlie Bishop here, guys. Trevor Whelan, used to be a jump jockey. Flying on the flat now. And his Billy a little bit on her toes. Callum Shepherd there, guys, at the back. He's doing very well now. Now, anyone know why they say William Buick's not riding today?
I don't know. Because the horse was down in the listed race.
So has he gone elsewhere?
Oh, gone elsewhere.
Oh, see, when you're booked for other rides, I didn't think technically you could do that. Obviously we can.
Does that mean he'll have dropped someone?
Oh, he'll have dropped 6 people off.
He's got the ability to do that though, you know. Yeah.
So guys, you see all these fillies, only 2-year-olds. This time last year, they wouldn't have even had a saddle on them, so they've come a long way in short space of time. You see all the boys and girls just checking all their girths and making sure that the saddle doesn't move. And then Scott, the last fella down there, guys, he's riding for all these thanks. So it actually goes very well with his 2-year-olds. It'll be interesting to see how that one goes. You can see the sweat coming out.
Oh no.
Should have won short.
Yeah, well, look, I would do. I would not. Like, I actually have a good set of legs. If I had those legs, I'd have definitely kept the trousers on. Man, I didn't think you had it in you.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I didn't know. I didn't. So guys, this is going to happen very quickly. So they're going to start loading them in. Once we get to the last 2 or 3, I'll get you to push up that side. Actually, come this side of the rails, but don't come up to this rail.
Halfway in.
Yeah. Right.
Just halfway in there, yeah, lovely. Now, when they start loading in, watch each one going in. Now, she's just planted 2 boys, literally very simple. Say hello, good girl. And they're like kids, so they just need a little bit of guidance. Little push in. She's going to go straight in now. She wants someone just to reassure her she's the first one going in. Tom Markham's filly now. Watch her. She looks like she's twitchy. She'll be okay. Guys, just watch this. Little bit of guidance. Good girl. And her ears are pricked. So she's a genuine filly. She just wants a little bit of encouragement. They're like kids. You gotta show them the way. Okay, Trevor Whelan's now. This one was a little bit twitchy. She's quite forward going. Yeah, surprised how well she loaded in. Sean Levy's one just coming in at an angle. So you can't go in at an angle, they have to be straight because they'll catch themselves. So just watch this one here. So they'll have to go back now, get her straightened up. Now this one's going to be a little bit of help. Go on. Good girl. Now a little bit of reinforcement in behind. See, she's so close.
Oh,
So close.
Oh.
He's kicking. Yeah, they're not scoring.
Okay, we'll just keep noise quite down. So Trevor Whelan's one, guys, just getting a little bit anxious. Remember I said she was a little bit buzzy. I was surprised how well she loaded in. It was nice and quiet. There's John Fahey here riding for Clyde Cox. This one was second last time. They're like little kids, so you don't want to get in an argument with them. You just want to guide them in, and because you want them to enjoy all this experience. It's not always about winning. If you're riding a horse first time, I'd always say the most important thing is that horse has a nice time, that she wants to come back and race on. It's not all about winning. So guys, just quietly, very quietly, along here, guys. Get ready, this is going to happen quick. Slow motion videos as the gates open. Okay, stay there. Now you can see one of them guys that Pat Dobbs was on. She was a bit...
Do reconvene here tomorrow, but we've got a really big day's racing tomorrow with the £250,000 Weatherby Super Sprint, but a card that begins with the listed Stevenson Stakes. It also features the Grig Tree Hackwood Stakes and that, and of course that £250,000 Weatherby's Super Sprint, which provides a fantastic opportunity for smaller owners to be in with a chance of winning a really big, valuable race. And we hope you can join us for that tomorrow. Full details, of course, on the Newbury Racecourse website, where you will also find details of all future fixtures here at Newbury.